Good morning, year one, and welcome to your English lesson for this week. Now, before we begin, can you remember what is the word of the week? Well done. The word of the week is compare. Can you think of a sentence with the word compare? I would like you to pause the video and write your sentence in your home learning book. Are you able to do that? Fantastic. Let's move on and have a think about our prior learning and see if you can remember what a narrative is. Well done. Thank you for telling me. A narrative is a story. Now, can you remember some of the main features of a narrative? Well done. Let's have a look at them together as well. A narrative must have exciting characters and a setting. It must have an interesting plot, characters' voices. You must have interesting and exciting vocabulary. You must be entertaining. You must have some pictures. And it must have a beginning, a middle, and an end. The characters need to face a problem or an adventure, and then they need to find a solution to the problem at the end. Let's move on with today's learning and have a look at your star words. My turn, your turn. Plot, narrative, story, adventure, characters, setting. And let's look at your learning question. Your learning question today is, can you compose a narrative? Your steps to success are, I can use some of the features of a narrative. I can include adjectives to describe the characters. I can use and to link ideas together. Now, let's reflect on yesterday's learning. Can you remember who the characters in your story are? What is the setting of your story? What are the characters wearing? So what do their outfits look like? What happens in your story? What do you think your characters might say? How do you think they might reply? You can pause the video and have a think again about these questions. Were you able to do that? Fantastic. Okay, so remember what we said yesterday about what makes a good sentence. Can you shout these things out for me? Well done. Thank you for telling me. A good sentence must have a capital letter. You must have finger spaces to separate your words. You must have a punctuation at the end. It could be a full stop or a question mark. You must include interesting vocabulary. And also, you can include some conjunctions to extend your sentences. Now, here is a little challenge for you. I would like you to pause the video and look at the sentence that we did yesterday, we wrote together yesterday. Can you put these words in the correct order? So which word do you think might go first? Pause the video and write this question in your home learning book. Are you able to do that? Fantastic. Let's check if you did that right. First word is do. I can see that because it has a capital letter. So I'm going to move the word do at the beginning. Now, which word do you think goes next? Do you think it's the word want? Do you think it's the word yummy? Do you think it's the word some? Do you think it's the word buns? Or do you think it's the word you? Could it be the word buns? No, because it has a question mark at the end. So that must be my last word. Well done. So what word goes next? Fantastic. Thank you for telling me. It's the word you. So I'm going to move the word you right here at the beginning. So do you think next I'm going to put yummy? Do you think I'm going to put some? Now I need to put the word want. So do you want yummy some buns? Does that make sense? No. So I need to put the word some first. Thank you for telling me. So some. So do you want some? Yummy. Well done. Fantastic. Because we know that the word buns needs to go at the end because it has the question mark. So let's read the sentence together again. Ready? Read along with me. Do you want some yummy buns? Fantastic. Well done, guys. Okay, so let's move on and let's have a look at our story, because today we're going to write the end of our story. So let's have a look at the story planning and see what do we need to write for the plot. So we did the characters. We know that our characters is Sophie, her mom and her dad and Tiger. And then we wrote about the setting yesterday. We said that the setting is going to be in the seaside. Now we're going to have a look at the plot. Now, on my plot down here, I wrote that Sophie invited the tiger for a picnic at the seaside. Tiger was very hungry, so he ate all the food. Sophie, Mum and Dad were hungry, so they went to the fish and chips shop. Now, can you think about our features of a narrative and spot what is my problem? So what is the problem that the characters face in my story? Fantastic. It is that the tiger ate all their food. Now, what is the solution that they found? Good job. They found out. They thought, actually, that they could go to the fish and chip shop. Fantastic. Okay, so let's move on and start writing the rest of our story. But first, let's read it to make sure that it makes sense. So once there was a little girl called Sophie. She lived with her mum and dad in a beautiful house in London. One hot and sunny day, Sophie's dad had a lovely idea to visit the seaside. They wore their swimming suits, packed some food for their picnic, and jumped in their car. On their way to the seaside, Sophie said, "Mom, Dad, could I please invite my friend Tiger to join us?" Mom and Dad were very hungry, very happy. Doesn't say hungry, does it? So Mom and Dad were very happy that Sophie was so kind, and they said, "Yes, darling." So Sophie invited Tiger to join them. Now, I'm going to write the rest of my story, and this time I'm going to write about the seaside at the beginning. Now, do you remember what we said yesterday? When we see a full stop at the end of the sentence, how do I need to start my next sentence? Well done. I need a capital letter. So I'm going to write the seaside was beautiful. So can you help me write this word? So what is my first word? Well done then. Well, THE makes that. The seaside, so I need my finger space. Seaside was, now do you remember this word? It has an alternative sound. So WAS was beautiful. Beautiful. Fantastic. Am I finished with my sentence? No, I need my full stop. Well done. Then I need my finger space. The sand was burning in their feet. So I'm going to write that now. So the sand, finger space, was, WAS was, burning in their feet. Oh. And they could, what do you hear? What do you think they could hear? Maybe they could hear the seagulls. Well done. But I'm going to write they could hear the waves. Full stop. Sophie and Tiger had so much fun swimming. So I need my capital letter. The Sophie and Tiger. Now here, I'm using capital letter because Tiger is a name. So Sophie and Tiger. What was the next word in my sentence? I totally forgot. Thank you. It's had so much fun swimming in the water. Well done. And Mom and Dad were reading a book, so let's write that. So Mom, I don't need capital letters. in my word, I only needed the beginning. So mom and dad enjoyed reading a book. Okay, fantastic. Now, here you go. Suddenly, do you remember this adjective? Suddenly, their tummies began to rumble. So, they decided to have some food. Full stop. That is the end of my sentence. Now, I'm going to begin with a capital letter, and I'm going to write, but Tiger was so hungry. Here's my adjective there. Actually, shall we use the word we learned the other day? Do you remember what is a synonym of hungry? Famished. Well done. Was famished. Famished. So, the tiger ate all the food and drank all the drinks until there was nothing left. There you go. I'm so hungry, Sophie said. I am so hungry. Sophie said. So, Dad, what was my problem? Do you remember before I carry on? Well done, that the tiger ate all the food again. So here is my solution to my problem. Dad actually thought to go to the fish and chip shop. So let's write that. So Dad had an idea. Let's go to the fish and chips shop, he said. So they went and had a lovely dinner. Full stop. The end. So this is my story. So now remember what we said. When we finish writing, we have to go back and read it again to make sure that what we wrote makes sense. So can you help me read it? Fantastic. Once there was a little girl called Sophie. She lived with her mom and dad in a beautiful house in London. One hot and sunny day, Sophie's dad had a lovely idea to visit the seaside. They wore their swimming suits, packed some food for their picnic, and then jumped in their car. On their way to the seaside, Sophie said, "Mom, Dad, could I please invite my friend Tiger to join us?" Mom and Dad were very happy that Sophie was so kind, and they said, "Yes, darling." So Sophie invited Tiger to join them. The seaside was beautiful. The sand was burning in their feet and they could hear the waves. Sophie and Tiger had so much fun swimming in the water. Mom and Dad enjoyed reading a book. Suddenly, their tummies began to rumble, so they decided to have some food. But Tiger was famished. So the tiger ate all the food and drank all the drinks until there was nothing left. "I'm so hungry," Sophie said. So Dad had an idea. "Let's go to the fish and chip shop," he said. So they went and had a lovely dinner. The end. I hope you enjoyed my story. Now, your task for today is to finish writing your story. Remember to use some features of a narrative. Remember, you need to find a problem that the characters might face and find a solution to that problem. Your challenge today is to read your story to someone in your household. Can you spot the features of a narrative? Well done, everybody, and I will see you all next time. Bye.